tonight in South Florida. They went toe-to-toe for the championship. It ended up you had to win the race to win the title. Tony Stewart did just that.
Been around this sport a long time. That was the most incredible championship run I think I've ever seen by two drivers.
And what a turnaround in the season. He didn't win a race in the regular season and came into this chase and won 5 races, won half the races in the chase.
He said in August his team would just be taking up space in the championship. They weren't running well enough to contend for the title. But when it started 10 weeks ago, they won the first 2. They won 5 of the 10.
I'll tell you, Tony Stewart beat a great competitor right there. Carl Edwards gave it all.
He had everything that he had there at the end. And the entire chase, never finishing worse than 11th in a race for 10 races.
A tie on points. The tiebreaker decides the championship. The tiebreaker is most wins.
The fans wanted it to be about wins. Tony Stewart went out and gave them exactly what they were looking for. Just an incredible run.
Did I make it exciting enough?
You made it exciting enough for us, Vince.
A tearful Darian Grubb holding his son Gavin here celebrating the victory. Darian, you told me earlier today that nothing has changed in your team. You've just gotten the brakes to go your way in the chase. Tonight you made your brakes. You repaired the car. You fought back from different challenges. You gambled on fuel. How did you guys do it tonight?
We just fought. This entire Office Depot Mobil 1 team is incredible. We just didn't give up. We kept fighting. We went out and earned this championship and showed we're true champions.
Darian, you've been through a lot of adversity. What's this championship mean to you?
It means the world, but my family means a lot more to have him here with me.
Congratulations.
Darian Grubb from Floyd, Virginia. Came to be known to most of us when Chad Knaus was suspended during a Daytona Speed Weeks a few years ago. Darian, the team engineer, was Jimmy Johnson's fill-in crew chief at the time, and they won the Daytona 500.
Actually won a couple. He proved his mettle in that backup role. Boy, tonight he really shined. Took some huge gambles too. I mean, that fuel mileage gamble was big, and it really ended up paying off for him.
It was risky.
It was very risky, but actually it's what got him the track position.
And for Carl Edwards, he led the most laps tonight. He came up 1 spot short and loses the championship on a tiebreaker. Jamie?
I imagine there's a lot of people around this country who agree with Dale Jarrett that was one of the most exciting championship races we've ever seen. What's going through your mind right now is all I can ask you after that effort.
Let me thank my sponsors first. Aflac, Ford, Kellogg's, Subway, Scott, Sprint, all the fans. But this night is about Tony Stewart. Those guys rose to the occasion. They beat us fair and square. That is all I had at the end. My guys did a really good job. I mean, we came here with 7 on the pole. We led the most laps, and Tony still managed, him and Darian to do a good job with their strategy. Come out in front of us, and that's it. That's all I got at the end. That's as hard as I can drive. So I told my wife, if I can't win this thing, I'm going to be the best loser NASCAR's ever had. So I'm going to try really hard to keep my head up and know that we'll just go next year, and we're going to be just as hard to beat next year, just as hard the year after that. But I just hope everybody's proud of the way we performed and our effort. I appreciate everyone's support, all the folks that helped me get to this position, and I wish so bad we had that trophy, but it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
Carl, you've had to drive that hard multiple times in your career, but for 40 laps, looking at the target ahead of you. What was that like from the cockpit?